Well peeps, hello and welcome to the channel. And in this video we're on a scouting mission. Never been to this place before. Well, we have, but only at the other side. This is looking quite interesting. So we're on a bit of a scout. It's flat light, so don't expect epic pictures, but you will see how I go about scouting areas and looking for compositions. So come along and see what we can find today. Right then peeps, first composition. I have come without the tripod, so I'm up in the ISO a little bit, because we have got some very flat light. However, this is the scene. Obviously we've got these nice little grasses, we've got the wall coming down. The composition is going to be roughly something like this. Taking the grasses in the foreground, that wall sweeping round, and that group of trees. The sky is bet, as previously explained. This is all about scouting. And scouting areas when you think the weather could be quite right for it. So yeah, I'll bob the shot on for you. I'm going to go quite intimate on some of these trees as well, because I've got an idea further up. And round here, let me zoom in on a few. Look at this. This could be lone tree heaven. Got all them trees in the foreground. We've got a couple of trees on top. Got one up there that looks a little bit like Charlie's tree. So I've got a few more just round here. Look, this area in the Yorkshire Dales, we're going to have an abundance of compositions, I think. So yeah. Anyway, I'll bob this first one on for you. These are shot behind me, telephoto shots, so I'll bob them on, and then it's all about work in this area. Right then peeps, I've come over to that group of trees. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I've got the 50 A7R111a on, but I'm bang on 50mm. Taking into out a bit of this limestone at the foreground. The trunks on this are absolutely covered in moss, look, all around here. We have got no light as such, but using this tree to anchor the right hand side, to get that other one in the background, it's a bit like a Medusa, coming round and all sort with the fingers. I've done a couple of versions of this. I've done a portrait version, which just takes into the main trunk. Put it around here. Just takes into this main trunk around here, coming round. The sky is bet, so don't worry about that. This is all about the composition and searching, and yeah, looking for compositions. And I've done on a horizontal, just because the trees here, it's like its arms are coming out and everything. So using that coming in from the right hand side and using this, and actually the tree comes over left to right, so it's perfectly mirroring that. My God, if this were going to be a thick fog, this is one composition. I mean, we've literally walked through the gateway. This is unbelievable. We've got a nice leading line shot down there. That big D's just taking, because obviously he's with me today. We've been out for the weekend, so yeah. And yeah, just let me know what you think below. Right peeps, them two so far, yeah, absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, just being careful when we're walking here. As you can see, it's an abundance of crumbled limestone rather. There's a couple of lone trees up there. There's one up there that's taking my fancy. There's also a fallen one, I don't know if you can see it yet, because there's also a fallen one just up here on the right hand side, which I'm going to investigate before going over there. There's a couple of sheepies just below us, so I'm not going to disturb them. But there's some... I'll turn you around. Let's zoom in a bit. Just down there, there's a nice little group of trees. Whether I can make out anything of that, I don't know. But it's, yeah, just looking for stuff that takes my interest. So I'm going to have a look up here at these lone trees. Yeah, in search for lone trees today and everything. So yeah, when you find a spot, it is worth just exploring and seeing what else there is. When I get to that one, I'll put you back on, because that looks interesting. But whether I can make an image from it, it might be too blown over as such. So I'll put you back on when I get there anyway, and stops me waffling on. Here we go, peeps. That is the tree. However, it sort of loses itself in the landscape. So what I've done, I've had a quick walk around it. I've shot it from just where I'm now, looking down, because the gap in the wall sort of leads you on into the back side of Ingleborough. So it's giving you a few layers and stuff. There is a bit of a change in colour, ever so slightly in the trees. So yeah, autumn is slowly coming along. And I've also shot it looking down towards the nab just over there. So yeah, a couple of shots from this one. Interesting tree, but there's nothing else that goes with it. I like to try and tie things together. But I'll bob these up for you anyway. I'm going to go up to this one just up here. You might just see it just roughly there. So well, I'll go have a look at that, because with that one we should get this great view looking down. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully we can get all that in the background. So yeah, we'll see what happens when we get up there. Right then, peeps, I've made it to this little tree now. I'll quickly show you. The limestone is a bit, yeah, it's all crumpled limestone up here. But again, it's worth a scout out, because you can get nice and low and get the separation. And it goes right over the flanks there. So yeah, that looks very nice indeed. The sky is great, but working on the separation, the foreground is a bit naff, because the rocks are just all higgledy-piggledy. Can't get any leading lines or anything around here. But there's berries on the tree. Berries on the tree, and you've got an epic backdrop. Yeah, from this little scouting mission, yeah, a couple of images so far. Another tree has appeared. You just see the top of it just up there. So we'll go have a look at that one, and then going to drop down over there, because that one over there just looks like Charlie's tree, and we're nowhere near Charlie's tree. So yeah. Anyway, I'll get up to that one next while I bob this image on for you. Right then, peeps, there's a little bit more definition in limestone up here with this tree. The tree is fantastic. There's twists and dials and everything, but there's a compromise. I'm trying to get a couple of bit of a leading line with this limestone coming on, but the compromise is I can get a separation on this tree, this branch on the right hand side, but not on the left. So that's the compromise, because I want to try and get some of this in just down here, because we've got a few bits and bats of interesting limestone. I'm going to have a little wander around this side, just see what it's like from round here. Being very careful, because it is all broken round here. So yeah, being very careful on this. Let's have a look. You can get the separation again. I don't know, but I'll take an image anyway. I'll bob it on next for you, as well as the others, and it'll be the last one you see on this little group. That I'm a bit unsure of, but that's only because of the foreground. There's nothing interesting, but the background and the tree is fantastic. Right, hope you enjoyed them few shots there. Well, we're now going to head down to what looks to be Charlie's tree. That isn't Charlie's tree. Flick you around, you can see what I mean. It's just round about there somewhere. So yeah, let's go investigate that one, because that one does look interesting. Right then peeps, just take a look at this tree. And it's a beauty, absolute beauty. It's got the same characters as Charlie's tree, everything. But the limestone round it is totally and utterly shot at. These are the couple of trees just over there. Just looking down, oh, flick you back around, just looking down there. So we'll see what they're like as well. But I'm going to try and work this one. So yeah, looks very interesting. Where I can get something contoured or what. Yeah, it's just working this scene now. It could be a good one for an aurora shot. So obviously the aurora will come up probably behind it. One to investigate. Anyway, whatever shots I get from here, I'll bob them now for you, because this is an absolute beauty. There's still life in it. I'll just flick you around while I'm walking on here. There's still life in it, look. There's a few leaves not on it. The limestone is shot at a bit. But yeah, it's going to be a wide angle job is this one, I think. But look at the shape of it. It's absolutely fantastic. So anyway, the shots I get from round here, I'll bob on next for you. Because I've just walked up to that now, as you've just seen, and not taken out yet. So yeah, we'll try and work this one. Peeps, we've seen them first few from Not Charlie's Tree. Anyway, we can have a little wander round. And of course, wandering round Charlie's Tree, ignoring the background, but that background is pure Yorkshire Dales epicness. However, we have now got this in the foreground, leading on to some more limestone, leading on to Not Charlie's Tree, but look under the branch. It's all in the detail. We have got another tree framed by Not Charlie's Tree. So, like I said at the beginning of this vlog, there's going to be no epic conditions. It's purely a day. So we're out scouting. So I brought you along scouting, and this is why. This is the importance of scouting. So now we know that once we get some great conditions, big moody skies, even possibly the Milky Way, we've got a location which is going to be good, because it's just going to be good. So now we've got this, it's implant it into your head when you find something. Right, got big skies, what's it going to be like, what location we're going to. That's the importance of scouting. So I'll leave you with this one. We are going to go for a bit of a wander. There's nothing more around here as such. But if we do find anything else, I'll come back to you anyway. But for the time being anyway, enjoy these from Not Charlie's Tree. As mentioned before, we're on scouted and we've come for a walk from where, yes, just getting the fitness back. So yeah, from where Not Charlie's Tree was, we thought we'd go for a little wander and see where it takes us. That is a view behind us. Let me zoom in a bit. There we go. What epicness the Yorkshire Dales is at. Right. When we get to the top, or if we get to the top, I'll bob you back on, because we can see a little knob just rise up there. Zoom in a bit. See a little knob just rise up there. We're heading up to what's a little cairn just behind Big D. So when we get up there, I'll bob you back on, because as always, I don't walk and talk going uphill. Right, peeps. Simple. I keep saying the importance of scouting, but it is getting out in the open as well, just enjoying your day. I think we're thoroughly enjoying that, because look at these views now. This is like something from Scotland. Let me zoom in a bit. Just look at all these. Something like the Kerrang or something. But anyway, we've seen a stone wall. Just roughly down here somewhere. Where are we? Roughly around here somewhere. I'm going to head towards that. But before we do, there's some more trees sticking out of the limestone. Whether we can get a shot with these or not, we don't know. That's what we're out in the open trying to find out, innit? Because look, got a nice stone wall just down here, a little sticky out trees, so this is turning into a rather interesting day. I hope you lot find it interesting too.
And you stumble while you move to.
Right then, peeps, we found a little gem. I'm sure this image is probably in that Yorkshire Dales guide, to be honest, but we have just stumbled across it because it does look very familiar, and this is why. We've got a dry stone wall leading you down into the valley onto that big epic view up there. So of course we're going to make the most of it. So yeah, once we get started with the composition, which we're going to take into account this wall coming down, that tree, that big mound on the left hand side with the cairn on top, and the dry stone walls. Anyway, if it all works out and everything, I'll bob this image on now for you. Right then, peeps, probably seen a couple of images from there. I'll end with the rest now. Obviously, it's all taken into account, all this leading lines and that down there with this epic view. Like I said earlier, it's not about the light of anything, it's just getting out and exploring and yeah, having a good old nosy about, see what it is when that light does happen. Anyway, so if you've enjoyed this from Not So Charlie's Tree and the big leading lines of the Yorkshire Dales and that, give us the old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And yeah, just get out and enjoy your photography. Enjoy the final images. I'll see you on the next one.